Now we are discussing about post office protocol server and a simple mail transfer protocol server, POP server and SMTP server. When we are sending a mail from a person A to person B, by using the SMTP protocol, this email will be sent to SMTP server. This SMTP server transfers this mail to the receiver's POP server by using SMTP protocol. Now, a receiver will receive this message or POP server will download this message by using the post office protocol, maybe post office protocol version 3 now. This will be downloaded by user B, that's all. So here the SMTP server work is to transfer the mail from person A to person B. POP server work is to retrieve that mail or to download that mail. It is responsible after downloading, it is responsible whenever we are reading the messages. Post office protocol is responsible to give the information how many mails we have read, how many mails are sent, how many mails are in our inbox. Now in brief we are discussed about these. Now detailedly we will discuss about them. So email means electronic mail. Every domain, whatever the domain you are using, every domain will have their own email server computer. Every domain will have their own email server computer. Example, if you are sending by Gmail, now smtp.gmail.com, that is the Gmail's SMTP server. If you are sending by using Yahoo Mail, they will have their own server, that is smtp.yahoo.com or ymail.com, Yahoo Mail. Now by using some software protocols, we are sending the information. Mainly we are using these two protocols, SMTP and POP. So here post office protocol we use for retrieving the mail from the server computer. Which server computer? A receiving server computer. SMTP we use for transmitting the mail from the sender to the receiver. By using the internet service provider, if B is not connected to internet for 3 days, that information will be stored in the internet service provider of B. They will store, the internet service provider of B will store this message. If that is Airtel, Airtel will store. If your internet service provider is Jio, they will store that information. Their server will store. Once you connect to your internet, that will come to the POP server and you will download the message. Okay, that's how when you are connecting to the internet service provider, whatever the message they stored, they will send. That's how even if you are not connected to internet also, once they send the message, in WhatsApp you will see single tick. After you connect to the internet, then until that time, internet service provider stored that information. After you receive that information, then they will see the double tick. Here, the email client program, when we are sending the email, it will send to the SMTP server, and SMTP server will send to the POP server by using the simple mail transfer protocol. Now when we are invoking the post office protocol from the internet server, ISP who is providing internet service provider. From that internet service provider, we are receiving the message to the POP server and we are downloading to our device space. This is how POP server and SMTP server is very much useful to us. SMTP server, if SMTP server is not there, you are not able to send the mail to B. In the case of the Gmail, SMTP server is gmail.smtp.gmail.com. In case of Yahoo Mail, ymail.smtp.ymail.com. What is the purpose of the POP server? After sending, the user can receive the information by using this only. Even if in the cases user is not connected to internet also, from the internet service provider, after sending the information, SMTP transfers the information. It will not have any information. Then SMTP server once send the information, it will be stored. If the internet is not connected to B, it will be stored with the internet service provider. Once the B connected to the internet, it will be downloaded to the B's device. This is how Post Office protocol is working at the receiver side. SMTP protocol is working at the SMTP server is working at the sender side. In order to send the information from the sender device to SMTP server, we require the SMTP protocol. This works with the lines of the TCP. So it is a reliable transmission, guaranteed mail. Even the B is not connected to internet, whenever he connects to the internet, then that message will be delivered.